most of which are underage, so they are children. So, this is a trigger warning for sexual assault on children and women. And please click away now if you cannot watch a video like that. I understand. Alright, let's get into this case. R. Kelly was born as Robert Sylvester Kelly on January 8th, 1967. He was born on the south side of Chicago, and he had 5 siblings. He lived there with his single mother, and he never knew his father. His younger brother, Gary Kelly, talked about how the family grew up in the projects and how his brother Rob faced many hardships in the family. They lived check to check, and Rob was a mild-mannered and afraid of most things. He did not go outside and instead preferred to play on his keyboard. His older brother, Bruce, commented that if you stared at Rob for too long, he would start crying, and how Rob would sing with his back turned because he was shy. His mother worked as a school teacher, and she did her best to make sure that the family never went hungry. She was also an incredible singer, and she was the lead singer in the choir at their church. His mother influenced his music taste a lot. afraid to tell his mother because he didn't know if she would believe him. So he told his older brother, Rob, but Rob brushed him off. He denied it and said it didn't happen to you. Gary admitted that really hurt him, So in 1994, there were a lot of rumors going on that maybe they got married. And so someone looked up the marriage records in that county, and on the marriage certificate it said that Aaliyah was 18, but she was like, only wear this type of clothing around me. And eventually, you couldn't even leave the house without him telling you to. He would keep them in a cycle of abuse where he would shower them with love and then make them walk on eggshells because he could lash out at any time. Now I'm going to talk about an artist called Sparkle, who was one of Rob's backup vocalists at the time, and her family is going to be important for the case. So Sparkle was around since the beginning of his career. She did know about the young girl interest, but she did introduce her niece to him when the niece was 12 years old. The niece was an aspiring rapper, and Sparkle wanted Rob to help her get into the industry. But Sparkle thought that if she always accompanied the niece to every meeting, that the girl would be safe. But to her horror, there were a couple of times when Sparkle arrived at the studio and her niece was already there alone with him. Now, throughout this time, he was winning Grammys. He released I Believe I Can Fly, which is a spiritual song and really helped his image with the public. So people thought this was a great guy. Another girl, Lisa Van Allen, was 17 years old when she met him. She went to a music video recording for